Hey YouTube, it's Balthazar3457, and in this video we're going to look at the actual infiltration primary weapons that are available for infiltrators. Now if you are an aspiring infiltrator, or an infiltrator from the original Planetside, you may be wondering what weapon choices you have, since in Planetside 2, infiltrators get sniper rifles. And what if you don't want to use a sniper rifle? What are your options? Well, just before the beta ended, there was a patch to remove the ability for infiltrators to use shotguns, so those weapons were disabled. This left you with a bunch of sniper rifles. The problem with the sniper rifles, though, is that you couldn't use any of the semi-automatic sniper rifles as short-range battle rifles effectively, because the default scope was a sniper scope, and you couldn't take it off and get the iron sights, even if you disabled the weapon's scope. There is a way that you can do it, but it's fairly contrived. I'll get to that later in the video. Each faction has one main weapon that infiltrators can get that isn't a sniper rifle. Just one, only one. The SOAS-20 for the Terran Republic, the Artemis for the Vanu, and the Stalker for the NC. More to the point, all of these seem to be the same gun. I've tested each weapon. Each weapon has a 20-round magazine. Each weapon takes 4 shots to kill a target to the head, and 7 shots center mass to the torso, to targets without nanoweave armor. This is the same for all 3 weapons. I would compare them, but there isn't really anything to compare. They also seem to have the same fire rate and accuracy. I couldn't identify a single meaningful difference between the 3, to the extent that I think the 3 guns are actually faction-specific reskins of the same weapon. It's $7 or 700 station cash, about 4 or 5 pounds or €6 to purchase from the store, or 1,000 cert points. The same prices apply to all 3 weapons. In terms of overall usefulness and personal review, I'm just going to talk about all 3 as if they were the same gun, because from a practicality standpoint, they are. The 20-round magazine is small. You're getting similar killing power to light assault weapons, but the 20-round magazine effectively makes it a downgrade compared to any faction's actual light assault weaponry. It doesn't seem like it's encouraged for an infiltrator to pick up a non-sniper rifle with such a high amount of bullets to kill a normal target. Never mind a nanoweave armor heavy assault with his shield up. The magazine size being so small is a devastating drawback, and the weapon doesn't have certs to increase the magazine size. You can increase the weapon's killing power with a forward grip or a laser sight, or make it more stealthy with a suppressor, so it can still be useful for sneaking around. But I'd look at this weapon as a better second pistol to help with sneaking around someone's base, not really as an actual primary weapon. If you do want to fire from the hip, you'll almost certainly need a laser sight, because it requires so much of your magazine to hit an enemy in order to take them out. That'll require some more multitasking on your part. You're going to need to toggle the laser sight on and off, or it may give away your position when cloaked. You can increase your killing power further by comboing this weapon with a pistol of your choice. Finding a good pistol will be essential. You'll find yourself switching to your pistol very regularly if you use this weapon. It goes so far to the extent that I would say that selecting your pistol is more important than selecting your primary as an infiltrator that doesn't want to snipe. It's to the extent that I'm going to postpone the original video that I was going to make next and do a pistol video instead, because it's so vital to find a good pistol. On its own, this weapon for all 3 factions is subpar. It doesn't have bad accuracy or particularly low damage, and it can be useful for coming up behind people and taking them out with a suppressor, and if you are more skilled than an enemy, it can be used to win some firefights with an opponent, but you're taking an unsafe gamble if you get into a fight with any other class, because of the 20-round magazine being so crippling. I can't tell you if you should get it or not, because it's the one and only non-sniper rifle weapon that you as an infiltrator even have access to. If you want to turn it into a proper killing tool for someone focusing on infiltration, you'll probably need to combo it with a pistol. Your only other real alternative for infiltration, instead of sniping, is to get a semi-automatic sniper rifle, put a forward grip on it, and never aim down the sights. Now earlier I mentioned there was a way to get around that problem and actually get a battle rifle, but I said it was a little bit contrived. Well, look at this. This is the Gauss SPR for the NC. Now look at this weapon. This weapon is exactly the same in every way. The only difference between these 2 guns is one of them can use normal scopes and the other can use sniper scopes. Apart from which scopes they can use, these 2 weapons are completely identical. So instead of having the ability to just take a sniper scope off of the same rifle, you're being asked to purchase the same rifle again for the luxury of being able to use a different scope with it and actually put a normal scope on it instead of a sniper scope on it. And in fact you're being charged 700 station cash for the privilege of doing that. So technically you can get a normal battle rifle with a normal scope on it, but the method is contrived. You have to essentially purchase the same weapon again in order to be allowed to use different scopes with it, rather than just being able to take the sniper rifle scope off of the weapon. And it's the same way for this weapon over here, which is a 5-round bolt-action rifle, which is exactly the same as the NC default starter rifle, It does the same damage, it kills a target in a headshot and 2 body shots, exactly the same. It has the same ammo capacity, except it can use different scopes, and you're asked to purchase the weapon separately. So if you are someone like me who likes to use normal battle rifles, technically you can. They are in the game. I may make a video about them in the future, but the method of which you can access them is a bit underhanded in my personal opinion. And I'm not going to talk about them in this video because this video is specifically about the non-rifle infiltrator weapons. But in any case, the most important thing for me to do at the moment will be to make a pistol video. So that video is going to be my next one. Link on the screen and in the description once it's been uploaded. That concludes my video about the SOAS-20, Artemis, and Stalker weapon skins. Please watch the pistol video if you're an infiltrator, as it's probably going to be more important for you than any other class.